In this video, we are going to be breaking down and diagnosing a business credit report. I want to take you through the first piece of the business credit report, show you how we analyze data, which is going to help this business owner secure business credit for their company. I want to run you through what we're looking at, what we would need to adjust if this were our business that we were taking into account for funding, and some practical steps that you can pull from this video so that you can replicate this process in your own business. Let's get right into it. All right, so you're looking at an Experian business credit report for the purpose of this video so that it doesn't become overdrawn. We're just going to review the first page on it. Now, keep in mind, there are essentially three main business credit reports that you want to look at for your business. You have Experian, you have Equifax, and then you have Dun and Bradstreet. A lot of people are familiar with Dun and Bradstreet. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me break down a Dun and Bradstreet business credit report, what to look at. But this right here is Experian. And the reason why Experian is going to be crucial to secure access to capital is because this is the business credit report that most lenders are going to look at if your goal is to secure financial accounts, aka business credit cards, business lines of credit, business term loans, even equipment type of financing. So for the purpose and for the privacy of this business owner, obviously we're going to be blocking out their personal information, but nothing rung a bell. So the first thing that I'll typically look at is the LLC. No idea why I did that. My bad, guys. Let's go ahead and fix that really quickly. It shouldn't be ringing it out that much. Goodness gracious. All right. So the first thing that we'll look at is the LLC as a whole. Nothing about this business rung a bell, meaning their LLC, I think they're actually an S Corp. They're actually incorporated, but their entity name was one that was pretty broad. So they weren't pigeonholed or they weren't necessarily like stacked into one corner of the marketplace. So there's a lot of flexibility with this entity as a whole, which is what this business owner wanted to do with their business anyways. Now, when it comes to the address, this section right here, again, we're blocking it out for the purpose and for the, obviously for the privacy of the business owner. But if you are keeping score at home, one of the things that you want to pay attention to is what the business credit report as a whole, in terms of data, what they're looking at, which you have here on the left corner. If there's one thing that you want to notice is there's just one address, right? That's good. That's what you want to see. You want to have one address coming across the board. The moment that we start having 3, 4, 5, 6 addresses getting pulled into this credit report, that's a big issue. We want to go in there. We want to clean that up. And by the way, if you have, or one of the things that we do, if we have a business owner, which we typically work with existing businesses, if we have multiple credit profiles already built out, then we'll want to make sure that all of this data right here is congruent with all of the other business credit reporting agencies. Super important note. Same thing with the phone number. I like that it's just one. Same thing with the website. I like that it's just one. That's the other thing that I wanted to mention. Whenever you are building out your business profile, or whenever you're building out your business as a whole, you want to take a look at the data that the banks are going to be looking at. And so the way that I'm looking at this right now is the exact way that a financial institution would be analyzing this business. We haven't even gotten into the scores yet. We haven't even gotten into the business credit ratings. We're just looking at data. I can't tell you how many times a business owner gets denied for capital before coming to us because none of this stuff is in sync. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And so when we have them pull it up, when we're going through it with them, whether it's on their onboarding call with us or whatever, we're coaching them through this process, they say, I had no idea that that's what they had listed for my website, or I had no idea that they had a phone number which doesn't even belong to me, right? And so all of those are little like flags, essentially check boxes that you want to pay attention to, which turn into red flags to the underwriters if the information isn't congruent. If you're looking at this piece right here, which is the Experian BIN. That is the business identification number. I want you to think of that kind of like the EIN, but this is specific to Experian. So this 9-digit number right here, which obviously is blocked off for privacy, this is just for this specific business. So think of it like the EIN. Think of it like a DUNS number. On here, they had a registered agent. That's their data on there. Nothing around that flagged anything, at least not for us. This is where, like, down here is where things get fun. But with this piece right here, you want to be mindful of the family linkage. And what that means is if you have multiple entities, or if you have some type of umbrella set up, or if you have some type of holding company, you'll have a series of addresses. If there's only one principal address, let's say if it's like in Wyoming and it's like a holding company, you would want to ensure that that is the address that is going to be holding as the, again, the ultimate parent, the rest of the bodies, or in this case, the rest of the entities that you are looking to either fix if you're fixing a business profile, kind of like what we're doing now in real time, or if you're looking to get access to working capital. Because again, if the ultimate parent address is, let's say, in LA, but the business is located in, let's say, Georgia, and that's not stated on here with like kind of like what we have here with alternative locations, then that screams disorganization to the financial institutions. That screams this business isn't properly structured. And so because of that, we're not going to extend access to working capital. I hear this all the time from either potential clients that we are bringing on board, or even sometimes in the comments where some people say, oh, you just need a good personal credit score. That is true. You need a solid personal credit score as a business owner, especially if your business is generating under $5 million a year. That's a fact. But that is just the first piece to securing capital. This is why I wanted to make this video, because depending on where you're at in your business, this may be a little deep for some people, but this was actually highly requested from some of you guys saying, hey, can you actually like show us how you would audit a business credit report like in real time? And so you're seeing that. We're just on the first page still, by the way, because I didn't want this video to be too long, and we'll probably make like a mini series out of this. Moving into key personnel, I want you to think of key personnel, essentially like the CEO, CFO, the members, like anyone who has a significant role inside of the company should be in here. So we have the CEO, which is the business owner that we are, and his name was like spelled right. Everything was on point. He was right here. We had the manager that was on file. That was good. And so if it's you and a partner, you just want to make sure that everyone's data is on here, listed properly. SIC codes. You hear me talk a lot about this on the channel, and this is where it like the rubber meets the road. When it comes to SIC code, this is the industry code. This is how your business is going to be classified. And so the way that you want to look at this is the following. You want to look at the business, not the business entity, but you want to look at the business, like the line of work for the business that you want to be known as or known by as the main one to be listed. And so if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on here, I'm not sure why I did that. It should have been like little X's. But if we have, let's say, just a little check boxes, 2, 3, 4, right? I think I had 5 yet. 4 listed on here. Upon talking to this business owner, he said, I honestly don't know where these other ones are coming from or why they're even being pulled into my report. So if this is my business, which is something that we instructed them on, hey, which is the main one that we want to be known as? If it's, let's say, this one right here, 541610, then we have to go back in and clean the rest of these out so that it's this one is listed as the primary, which in this case would be management consulting services. Now, again, it doesn't have to be consulting services if your business is maybe in construction, or if your business is in welding, or if your business is in real estate. It doesn't have to be that. You want it to read as the actual industry that you have involvement in. The corporation was good. This is when this file was established, November 2023, which is good. So we've had this report, give or take, for about a year listed on Experian. And then the last piece that I wanted to address on here, which is actually something that we brought to this business owner's attention, was this piece right here, which was total number of employees. I'm going to speak to two different crowds right now. The first half of us have a business that we've had listed possibly way longer than this. So when you actually pull the credit report, let's say it's 10 years. So let's say it's 2013. And then on here, it's maybe one employee, but you've scaled since. And now you possibly have 8, 9, maybe 10 people on payroll. Can't tell you how many times I see this. So I'm going to give you the opposite side of the spectrum. In that situation, I'm going to tell my client, hey, we have to adjust this number because it's still showing like we're a baby business at 1. We have to list it at 8 or 9 or whatever that number is. Let's say 9 for the purpose of this example, so that the business credit data reports that the business has scaled or is growing. It's not stagnant, if that's the case. If it's on the other side, though, and there actually isn't 5 employees, right? And it's maybe just you and an assistant, and let's say that your business is generating $500,000. Well, there's something known as revenue per head, which means they calculate internally if there's 5 employees inside of this business and there's only 500K coming in, then technically the revenue per head is right around 100K, give or take, right? Depending on what the role is for the person. If it's 2 people at 500, then the revenue per head, or RPH, is $250,000. You can see the discrepancy on salary there between $250 a pop, and not saying that that's what both people get paid, but I'm just showing you how it would kind of get calculated, right? They obviously have a bigger algorithm than that, but I'm just giving you layman terms, back on napkin math of how you can think of it. You can see how if it was just 500K at 2 people, it's a healthier business than 500K with like 9 people, give or take, right? Assuming all things are equal. So again, this is just the first page. I didn't want this to be too long and overdrawn. If you're looking to pull your own report, it's right here. You can just go right on the Experian website. You can pull yourself a copy. I'll probably do a part 2, 3, maybe 4 for this. Not necessarily just with this business owner's file, but if you are interested in this type of content where we do real-time feedback, real-time data, let us know, because we have a lot that we can go over, and I want to make sure that we are giving you the content that you actually want to see, that you find viable. If you are a business owner and you are looking to get access to working capital and you want to see how our team can help you restructure this, take a look at your business, give it a full audit, feel free to jump on a demo with us. You can book that call over on insightInnerCircle.com. We'll let you know if we're a fit. We'll let you know what our process looks like. And either way, our whole intent is you leave the call better than how you came in. But other than that, I appreciate you guys checking me out. Until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next video. Bye.